in Connor Monroe.
Massive turn this season, and that is mostly due to him contemplating what it is that he actually wants in the end. They've been fighting, and he's been fighting for so long now, all last season and this season, against something. He knows what he doesn't want. We're not sure that he knows what he wants once he gets there. Even if he wins the battle, then what? What's he going to do? So a lot of that is geared towards that, which is now, I'm assuming and hoping, coming up in these final episodes. I mean, we have solidified it somewhat this season at long last, but I think now that that's happened, I think we're moving on to an arena that might be less comfortable and a little bit more sticky, and it's almost like there's a love triangle between he and Monroe and Rachel, because there's this dynamic where, you know, won't he with her, and won't he get back with him to do their business? Not in a homoerotic way, just, you know. Deep down, he loves having his buddy around. That's the thing. That's the sort of the not so well kept secret that he has from Rachel. I mean, she's kind of basically telling him, like, come on, you know you want him around just because you want him around. And he's in sort of denial about that, because Monroe represents everything that was bad about his life before. Yet when he looks back at that, that life was never boring, and I think he realizes that. He does take a certain amount of pride in what she's become, but he's also deathly afraid of what she's become, because what she's becoming is a little him, and never in a million years would he want that to be the case. But I'm sure that there is. I mean, because this broken little child that he met at the beginning of the show has now become this solid warrior. I think he probably takes some good credit for that too. But at the same time, he's always going to be sweating that. He's always going to be looking over his shoulder to make sure that she's still there.
What can he do to kind of groom her in the right direction?
What could he do? He could do a lot of things. He could get her out of the fight. He could get them all out of the fight, actually. I mean, you know, I wonder about that all the time. I mean, you know, what if Miles just made the choice to, like, you know what, let's just go live over here. Let these guys handle their business. That's just not in his nature. And she's not only his, you know, the family that he never expected to have, but she's now a viable weapon that he needs. So what he could do is pull her out, but he's not going to. Well, there was never any love lost between Miles and Neville. There never will be. As a matter of fact, I think we say in one of these, I think Miles says in one of these upcoming episodes, I never liked you. And that's the way it's going to be. And yeah, there's never been any inkling of trust between my character and his, and I can, it's safe to say, for the rest of the group as well. I mean, he's never shown himself to be anything but a force of evil. We are going to be forced to work with him, and whether that means use him, or whether that means he's trying to use us, we're going to come to need each other, and it's going to get sticky.
Do you see Miles' perspective changing on how to handle things with all of these different personalities coming into play? I mean, is he being influenced at all by Charlie's way of leadership, or Monroe in his ear, or even like having to deal with Neville on a different level? Is that changing his point of view of things?
We've spent a lot of this season, Miles and Charlie, not being around each other much, and that's you know, you have to kind of write your own storylines sometimes, because a lot of it's not written for you. To me, that's because he's learning to trust her. He's learning to let the leash out, and the dynamic between Miles and the rest of the characters is, like I said, Monroe is always going to be there. He's always, I mean, we killed him and then he came back to life. And it's like, oh God, you know, it's just that, it's the family that won't go away. You know, you can spend 15 minutes at a family reunion and you've had enough. And this is sort of a lifetime of it. And that's always been sort of Miles' struggle. He came into this fight not wanting to be in it. And now he's unwillingly fallen in love with all these people in different ways, as much as he hates them. So that's, you know, that's always going to influence what he does. That sort of like, yeah, whatever, I'll do that, but I don't want to.